Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Woke.Ones.Revolution. I'm Heather, and gonna go ahead and cover a little more basis on the whole Gemini story that we have playing out. We're gonna go through the 12 signs, talk a little bit about the transits for each sign, and kind of do something a little different today. So hopefully y'all don't mind. So we'll just go ahead and get started in just a second. Before we do, just want to give you a heads up that if you are interested in booking a reading, you can do so on my Booksy page. The link will be in the description of this video, as well as on the description of my channel page. Please check it out. And if you enjoy this content, please like it, share it, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you don't miss any important videos that I post. It's always nice to be on top of the astrological weather in addition to meteorology. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Thanks for stopping by. So we're going to go ahead and get started for my Aries and Aries rising. This is going to be a bunch of action happening in your third house. So you can expect with Jupiter transiting through your third house over this next year, you'll be dealing with a lot of communication, learning about a lot of different things, and local travel is also something else that's emphasized, alongside, siblings, cousins, like educating yourself on new topics, being open to new methods of learning, and learning how to communicate a little differently. You may notice that since Jupiter expands everything it touches, that things get a lot busier for you, whether it be emails and all the jazz, text messages. Expect a lot of hecticness there, I guess I'll say. But with the Venus star point, that's also going to be in your third house, and it's going to bring harmonious energy to your communication and to your relationships. It's a lot of times relationships fall apart because of lack of communication. So it's good that this is being brought up. Creative ideas, positive interactions are going to flow easily, especially when it's trine Pluto in Aquarius and sextile in Neptune and Pisces. So take advantage of that. If you're looking to start writing, maybe writing a book, starting a blog, online communication, social media, all of that, just creative ideas will go ahead and be something that you're pushing out during this time. So make the most of it. Gemini new moon. Let's go ahead and talk there. So the new moon in your third house, it does signal a fresh start in your approach to learning and communicating. It's an excellent time to set intentions for any kind of upcoming projects you may have, collaborations, starting a new course, going back to school, or just getting involved with your community somehow. And keep in mind, community can just be in your local community. So whether you want to, team up with some people for a cause, there's groups online for that, and or just maybe even coordinate a block party if that's what you're into. So that's pretty much what I have for my Aries rising. Let's go ahead and pull a tarot for Aries. This is Aries sun, Aries rising. What messages does Spirit have for my Aries for the Jupiter transit overall? Ooh, okay. And actually, I'm going to start up here. How's Aries coming into the month of June? I don't know if you guys are, any of you Aries are feeling a bit of relaxation. I had, after all those transits and direct hits that a lot of us just took, you know, over these past couple months, it's finally, I thought it was going to be slowing down, and yep, Jupiter hit my third as well, and so busy. Just trying to get these cards to cooperate, and they're not. So I'm almost wondering if I need to go ahead and use the Crow Tarot. Yeah, I'm not getting a response out of these cards today, so excuse me while I go ahead and break out another deck. This one's kind of cool. It's the Crow Tarot. My cousin Chris and his wife Lindsay got me that for Christmas. They are wonderful artistic souls and greatly appreciated. So let's go ahead and shuffle these up. See how Aries is coming into the month of June. Oh, I already got the tingles, so these must be ready. And they were calling to me before I even started. I just was like, oh, wait to use these. All right, we have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups coming in community is what I see with that Three of Cups. Celebratory, supportive. Love it. On the underside of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. Pretty nice. All right, so let's go ahead and move forward. There's that card. And wow, getting a whole story here, guys. Just a second. So the first one popped out. We have the Justice card. That's Libra. And I got Strength. Big strength, big justice. And then the Queen of Wands also popped. Queen of Wands, that's fire sign. So strength is Leo. Justice is Libra. Queen of Wands is going to be any of the fire signs of a divine feminine. So we're talking about Aries, Leo, Sag energy. That's pretty cool. The Queen of Wands, she is definitely the queen of her domain. She's very inspirational, almost psychic type energy, artistic with the wands, and very passionate, creative. I would say obviously protective right here. So big ol' Uncle Jupe is looking like it's going to be blessing some good stuff down here on my Aries. Let's go ahead and move a little further. Let's see what Spirit has about this Cazimi that we're going to be experiencing with Sun and Venus. Knight of Wands in reverse, popping out right next to the Queen of Wands. Uh-oh. So the Knight of Wands, is definitely another fire sign. It's a younger energy, maybe even a little more mature, immature especially if it's upside down. Quick to act. It could speak to egotism, somebody being full of themselves, and or even lacking confidence. So I don't like to see that. Maybe even a little with this combo, maybe even in the 3rd house. Let me think about that. Definitely impulsive actions can be seen with the Knight of Wands reversed. So watch out for that. And on the underside of the deck, to clarify that card, was the 7 of Swords, okay? So with that, do watch out for manipulation. Watch out for liars. Venus and Sun, Cazimi, with all of this fire energy, fire and air, can really lead to player, let's say player energy. We'll just leave it at that. Go ahead and give me another one for that Sun Venus for Aries, please. Okay, have the 9 of Swords. Okay, so the 9 of Swords is an air card. It speaks to the need to maybe free yourself from some mental anguish, right? You've heard me say before, it's almost like, let me see here. It's almost like waking up from a nightmare, knowing that that 10 of Swords is coming and it's going to hurt, trying to bring logic to it, but anxiety can be a problem. My goodness, I really don't like to see that for my Aries. Do we have anything else positive that we could bring out here for advice for the Venus star point in the 3rd house? Watch out for, like I said, liars, somebody that's like manipulative actions or thoughts. Don't let yourself get too down about anything. I totally just lost a card. Oh, here it is. It's hiding from me, camouflaged. Okay, well, we got the moon, and the moon came out reversed. Okay, so with that, the moon is like, you think about being out in the dark. Okay, you know, there's so many mysteries, and it can be spooky and scary out in the dark, and it could be, you know, you could get lost navigationally, not know where you're going. It can be mystical, and it could be secretive. A lot of the secretive things happen in the dark, and with it being in reverse, that would tend to illuminate that maybe Aries is going to be getting some answers to something, some pressing matters that's been on their mind, and they're probably not going to be too happy about it. So we'll go ahead and move forward. The underside of that was the Magician. So, you know, if you're seeking answers and you're finding yourself feeling defeated in any kind of way, feeling like something's been taken from you, or feeling lack of confidence, use that Venusian energy to maybe, again, I know I say journaling a lot, but it really tends to help if you can journal about what's going on, talk to a friend, a cousin, a sibling, especially since it's in your 3rd house. Maybe just get out and, I don't know, get out and get a little bit of exercise, get out in the sun. You guys definitely need that. But it seems like, you know, you do have all the tools at your hand to get clarity on whatever's bringing you down. So it's just a matter of manifesting it and moving, tossing away what no longer serves you and moving forward. Let's move on to the moon, the new moon in Gemini. What's happening for Aries on June the 6th for this Gemini new moon? If you guys are needing help figuring out your natal chart placements, comment below the video or message me and give me your information. I'll try to look it up for you. It's definitely helped me grow. I mean, psychologically, emotionally, it really helped. Knowing my placements really helped make sense of a lot of things that have been confusing in the past. So I'm sorry about the glare. Can't really get anything done with that. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and move that Aries guy up there so cards look a little prettier here. Got to Virgo it a bit. All right, for the moon. Whoa. Got the 8 of Swords. Okay. And it came out reversed. All right. And the 2 of Cups. So looks like we will be working on some soulmate energy, or maybe teaming up with a soulmate. Let me kind of think here. So, I really see, like, maybe it's just going to be such a busy time that you're struggling to, I don't know. Part of this makes me think that you're, struggling to have any time to clear your thoughts, clear your, clear your anxiety. But in reverse, to me, it almost looks like it's just going to all fall away. Looks like you did get some truth, and that moon illuminated some stuff for you. And the 2 of Cups, that, like I said, synastry-wise speaks to soulmate, kindred spirit, kindred soul, a union. And interesting enough, in this, it's got a big old lion, a big old heart. I don't know if you can see that lion up top with the wings. And it almost looks like it's like divine medicine being fed down from above, feeding the crows, and they got the heart between them. Their cups are filling each other. That can speak to finding that, even finding that within yourself. Let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and stop there with this deck and see if I can't get any more specific information here for my Aries. And yeah, let's play a little Kipper. Why not? So this is my Kipper fortune telling deck. It's a little cute little deck. It's silver lined. I love that. But let's go ahead and get a little more clarification on this justice, this strength, and Queen of Wands. I mean, Jupiter, I think, here is going to make Aries feel very confident in their decisions, and their integrity. I mean, I see Aries standing in their integrity and being their protective, loving, a lot of duality in this, justice. I mean, we've got the Queen of Wands, and that Queen of Wands is balancing on her wand between the 2 lions, the duality, almost like they are her chariot. I love that. The Strength card. Look how cute that is. That is beautiful. So, Leo energy. All right. Tell me about the Justice, Strength, and Queen of Wands, please. Okay. I got imprisonment, but it came out reversed. So that's maybe letting yourself out of the self-imposed imprisonment. I do love that. And if you have been seeking justice, then maybe somebody else is being imprisoned for what they've done to you. I know that's pretty specific. What else can you give me with that? This one just filed right into my hands. Okay. Poverty was reversed, and then message of concern reversed. Okay. I mean, really, with that, I just heard, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. So it looks like maybe somebody that Aries is dealing with is gonna, have a little karma come bite them and try to reach out to the Queen of Wands. Maybe asking for help. And Jupiter has you standing in your strength, your integrity, and in your boundaries of saying no. You're owning the no. Love it. Love it. All right, so let me look at this, because this explains all of these cards that came out. And I don't know if you can see them, so I'm going to go ahead and just show you what they look like. So we had imprisonment, poverty, and message of concern. And they all came out in reverse. If, I mean, and really both of those two look very young. And for those of you who are perhaps waiting on child support, I know that that's something that a lot of us have dealt with, and somebody getting a little comeuppance on their karma. It sounds to me and looks like perhaps, well, so far, although I don't see pentacles in this read, there is going to be some justice. And, it's possible you may even have some unexpected income that showed up right there. So, all right, let's move forward. Show me about that Knight of Wands reversed, Nine of Swords, and the Moon, please. That Moon reversed. Toil and labor popped. So toil and labor. Okay. Show me that 9. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thoughts. Okay. So thoughts came out in reversed. This 9 of Swords can definitely keep you in anxious thoughts. Maybe you've lost sleep over this issue, and Spirit's guiding you and letting you know that, yes, it's a lot of work. The Knight of Wands, you can exhaust yourself, okay? You can exhaust yourself by stressing over that which you can't change. You can't change other people's decisions, choices, actions, right? You can only control how you handle those. Let's go ahead and look at this Moon in reverse. Show me that Moon in reverse. Tell me about that message, please. What message is Aries going to get at the Jupiter, or I'm sorry, the Venus and Sun, Cazimi, and Gemini, please? It'll be about third house matters, most likely. I had 2 pop. The first one was a thief, okay? So you're going to get a message about a thief, which makes sense when we had these other cards right here. Sorry about my ring light popping there. It's probably about the prettiest place I could have put it, though, with the rest of the cards. So we talked about it, though. So we got a thief, and then we have the pathway, okay? So it kind of lends to, even on the thief card, you notice it's like the chick is totally cool with that guy getting stolen from, like almost a team of people going against or just trying to get whatever you have. Now, keep in mind, a thief doesn't just have to steal property, okay? So a thief and multiple thieves can steal or try to take away from your energy vampires. You know, just taking from your time. Even he's trying to grab at the clock. That's what just popped in my head here. And I think you're gonna, this moon card's gonna illuminate your pathway forward. These do have special messages in them, so I'm going to look up pathway compared to these other ones and see what else it pulls. The destination can't quite be seen, but it looks like there's a pleasant path of sun after the climb. Literally, it's all paths, roads, walkways, tracks, trails. Derives from the sense of long races like marathons. Long road represents distance and a good length of time. It leads to a timing hint of 1 to 2 years. So this is something that's been weighing on you for a while. Venus is going to close out a cycle of a 4-year cycle that started in 2020, to any of you that matters. There is light at the end of the tunnel now, and the pathway may actually announce overcoming of a distance both temporarily and spatially. If you don't try to force the matter, you'll experience continuous development. It may be slow growth of a partnership or long-term career planning. It's also a symbol for all roads, streets, forests, and nature. Sometimes referred to as the 2 years or the patience card. A lot still needs to be done, so don't rest on your laurels, okay? Don't get so impatient that it isn't moving fast enough. Mars is going to be ingressing into Taurus, and Mars is action, your ruling sign, Aries, and Taurus is a slow earth sign, right? So it can be a little frustrating because you're feeling lucky, you're feeling lit, and like making moves, and you may notice that you get slowed down a bit. So just be patient, okay? Let's see. So pathway. All right, so let's look at the moon. Show me that 8 of Swords reversed and that 2 of Cups, please. A wealthy man, and the 8 of Swords reversed popped out. Number 13, wealthy man. It almost reminds me of that benefactor card. All right. I just heard attorney. I haven't even looked at that book for any other descriptors, but I just heard attorney. Or you may have to seek counsel of some sort. Maybe even a loan if you need it. I know I didn't see pentacles, but a lot of this stuff and shows me that there might be something going on. Courthouse. Okay, well, there's further validation. Some of you guys are going to be dealing with, I don't know, courthouse matters. And it's 2 of the Cups, soulmate, the 8 of Swords, toiling, okay, and the underside. Let me show me one more, please. Oh, that was quick. Okay, and I got community, number 39. Okay, so, I mean, it looks like you have some support from community. Maybe even a wealthy man. Watch out for, like I said, there's a false person in there as the underlying energy to that community. So be careful who you talk to. Gemini season's going to have you talking a lot and communicating. Don't sell yourself short by laying out your plans to people you can't trust. So maybe just keep your words and thoughts to yourself. Okay, I know that's going to be very hard to do, but with that popping up by the community, that lends me to wonder a little bit about that for you. So let me go ahead and pull a quick oracle for you guys and see what we have there. All right. Okay. Okay, what messages does the Oracle have for Aries for the month of June 2024? Going forward, please. Just need one. I guess it needs a shuffle. What advice for Aries, please? For this Jupiter, Sun, Venus, Moon, all the land, Mercury, all going to be in Gemini. Okay. So, Spirit of the River was what I got. Movement towards adventure. Number 50. The underside of the deck, we got mindful, groupthink. And just so you know, that one also popped, but it was a duplicate, so I didn't do it. It was the under one. Jeweled web, connectivity. So this does speak a lot to the whole community. Mind think, group think, watch out. Don't let your thoughts get the best of you. You have to be able to logically rationalize, you know. So let's talk about the Spirit of the River, card number 50. Looks like a ballet dancer or something under the water, turning into a jellyfish. All right. Movement towards adventure. Addiction to problems. Oh. Okay. You liking the drama a little too much? All right. Allowing and trusting the current. You gotta let go of control a bit, right? So, the Spirit of the River invites you to step into the flow, to stop swimming against or avoiding the current. Allow the waters to carry you downstream and away from the eddies and whirlpools. It's time to heed the call of a new adventure waiting for you. Stop working on the problem for a while. This issue is not what it seems. It's your addiction to fixing what has gone bad that is consuming so much of your time. Okay. Okay. Work to create a greater good, and the bad will resolve itself on its own. There is nothing that you can accomplish with more efforting, as the situations in your life right now are subject to forces beyond your control. Recognize this. Step back and trust the flow. There's no loss of face or lack of honor or integrity. It's simply just the way things are at this moment. When this card appears, it's time to say yes to the next leg of your journey. Your life is like a river, inevitably and inexorably flowing into the sea, which is your divine destination. Be fearless. and release yourself from the rushing water in the middle of the stream. Whatever it is that you're holding on to, the feelings, the thoughts, the beliefs about how things are or how they should or could be, can be fixed easily with the power of spirit of the river. Let go and enjoy the thrill of the ride, and all will be well. That's pretty Aries, if you ask me. Great advice for Aries. We'll just check real quick and I'll read fast for you because I've been going for a while now. All right, so mindful, group think, number 40. Keeping a clear mind, helpful thoughts, group think. The human mind can be so many things: a prison, a latrine, a circus, a temple, a cave. It can be a place of restriction or a place of never-ending expansion. Right now, be careful of where you wander in your mind. The quality of your thoughts is key, as if you're in fertile time for full manifestation. You want to ensure that the seeds that you plant will sprout and flourish into the life that you seek to grow. Be mindful not to scatter weeds. It's easy to be influenced by others right now too, especially in our digital age. It's hard to protect yourself from the energy and the sheer amount of information bombarding you 24/7. If you allow all the fear and uncertainty to pollute your mind and emotions, you will fill yourself up with this negativity and then see more of it in the outer world. Stay out of the gossip and the other forms of groupthink. For when you cut another person down to their level due to their perceived mistakes or limit them by your envy, you activate lack for yourself. So fill your thoughts with plenty. Imagine your universe unfettered by scarcity and alive with abundant hope and goodness. Be mindful of what your mind is full of and keep the faith. Good brings more good, love more love, gratitude more things to be grateful for. That is quite beautiful, Aries. Yeah, just get out of your head. It looks like you got some stuff going on. Maybe lawyer up if you got to. Ask for help if you need to. Just don't go out gossiping and telling everybody's business or telling your own business to everybody, because not everybody has the same intentions that you do. You know, there's always people out there wanting more. So let me move this, and we're going to move on to Taurus. Whew, that was quite the read, Aries. Okay. Move along. It's a neat little deck, isn't it? Okay. Let's go ahead and get Aries out of there. And we're going to move on to Taurus. There we go. And Jupiter and the moon. All right. Down. I am down with that. All right. So, again, we'll go ahead and use the crow deck. Just shuffle them up good. All right, so moving on, we'll go ahead and talk about Taurus. So Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising. You guys are going to be getting all this activity happening in your second house of value. Everything you value, things of value, what you value having in your life. Beautiful stuff, especially when it comes to money. So Jupiter in your second house, it's like I said, in your money area, new income opportunities through work or new ventures or investments are definitely likely for you. Balancing personal gains with your commitment to your friends or groups activities may be a bit challenging because your financial goals may conflict with your social life a bit, right? You may be trying to save money, you know, all of that jazz. So the Venus star point, let's talk about that for my Taurus. So that in your second house is also beautiful and boosts your financial prospects as well as your self-worth. You know, you may be only content with what you want in your life, who you want in your life, who you want around you. It's the support of trine to Pluto and sextile to Neptune. You may experience transformative and intuitive insights, honestly, about your resources. Closing out significant financial problems or self-esteem issues that may have been kind of hounding you for the last few years. That's something you can kind of expect with the star point. This new moon in Gemini and your second house invites you to work on your manifesting game. Set intentions for financial growth and stability. Consider making yourself up a new budget. You know, you see a new stock you want to invest in, or hobby that you think you could see as an investment, and or start a side business. Taurus, you are being favored for those kind of energies. So how Taurus is coming into it's like the Page of Wands. That doesn't seem very Taurus, honestly. But hey, that's kind of what I got with the Queen of Wands. Not having any. Page of Wands is typically new, like a new inspiration, a new idea, a new passion. The Queen of Wands knows what she's passionate about, and she will accept nothing less. She stands in her emotional integrity, her autonomy. She is strong and proud, and protective. Not sure about that Page of Wands, but it popped as I was just reading the horoscope. So, you know, that's what that probably was. So let's talk about what's going on for Taurus as Jupiter goes trekking through Gemini over this next year. The first card that popped, we have the Chariot. Such a cool looking card. That is a Cancer card. Queen of Wands is fire sign, divine feminine, Aries, Leo, Sag energy. Show me another one for Jupiter. So a Chariot, huh? Newfound. So Chariot can be a car. So I don't know if you're going to get a new ride. But it can also speak to that whole self-worth thing, right? And finding that drive, that passion within that feeds your soul. You know, it's duality. It's in a way, it reminds me of connection with spirit, with your higher self, taking the reins and going for it. So I do love that. It looks like you've got some go for it type energy, and that is quite divine within itself. What else goes with this Chariot card for Jupiter, please? All right, so we have the Four of Wands, but it came out reversed, right? So the Four of Wands is typically like an event or a celebration, or like a moving, stability. So just be careful not to reach outside of your means. The underside of that was the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, okay? So how you... I just heard perspective, which I don't have any swords yet, but Perspective, huh? Maybe you don't care about other people's perspective. You know, I would say don't make rash judgments and like run away from something. Unless, you know, it's time and you've been thinking about it for a while. But, you know, Jupiter in Taurus, I just had Jupiter go through, and I guess, well, now he's at the end of my second house, and definitely has shown me right in my face what I value and what I will no longer put up with. So, maybe that's what that is. Okay. There we go. So we've got the Six of Wands in the upright. That's victory. You've got so much wands and passion, and maybe like in the underside of the energy was death. Okay. So I did get the death card, and that's transformation. You see, although there's the skull and bones, he's rising up like a phoenix. That's very scorpionic, Pluto type energy. But that Six of Wands is victorious, right? And has a following, right? Six of Wands is beautiful. It speaks to success. So, you know, I think that Taurus is grounded enough to know that you win some, you lose some, but it's the ride that matters, right? It's the journey, and the lessons that you take with it. So I love that. Taurus really has some fire happening in this read. I've got 4 wand cards out of 5 tarot cards. That's crazy. So, what's going on with you? What was that? What's going on there? Mars must just be lighting you up, and maybe you're just waiting for Mars to come get in your sign. You know it's coming. And Mars and Taurus is, again, it's slow. It slows Mars down, which can be very frustrating. But Taurus, with the Gemini energy that is going on, I think Taurus is a lot more grounded and may just spend more time trying to calm everybody else down. That's kind of what that all reminds me of. So tell me about that Sun and Venus for Taurus, please. That one really wanted to pop. Okay, so we got the Five of Cups. Came out reversed. Okay. Ooh, underside of that is the Ten of Wands reversed. Looks like you're letting go of some, maybe letting go of some hurts. Some wasted time is what I just heard, even though cups don't mean time. But yeah, like a wasted project, wasted emotion on something that didn't work out, and wasn't reaping any wands for you. All right, Sun, Venus for Taurus for June of 2024, please. What is this Venus star point activating for Taurus in the second house? Give me something to show me in addition to that Five of Cups reversed, please. Thank you. And then it gave me the Six of Cups reversed. Six of Cups is like a soulmate connection, childhood, like, hence all the sunflowers, childlike. Okay. It came out in the reverse. So I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the sunflower. Earth is Taurus is an earth sign. I just thought about planting seeds. And, you know, this bird's standing on his golden cup, and he's got sunflowers all around him to fill up those pots and seed new life. That being in reverse, whew, alongside the 5, and the underside is the Lovers in reverse. Okay. So I'll do a little clarifier again in just a moment, but that right there, maybe some of my Taurus are going through a breakup or realizing that what they thought they valued in a relationship just isn't serving anymore, isn't fueling that fire. Maybe that's why that 4 of Wands is in reverse. And you're ready to move forward with that Chariot. Show me about that new moon in Gemini for Taurus, please. Show me something good. Show me something good for my Taurans. Maybe you guys are, maybe some of you have gone through a separation or will be, and going to be moving out of, I heard, like moving out of an apartment together, moving out, and finding victory, standing in your power. The Hermit in reverse came out for the moon. So the Hermit card, you see his star there. You know, it's like a bit of knowledge. He's hanging out all alone with his lantern, seeking solace, going within. The Hermit reversed is getting out. You've got that knowledge. And if you don't have that knowledge yet, you need to seek yourself out a hermit, which is a Virgo, and or just an elder that knows, that's lived a bit and maybe can give you some advice. The Hermit, Virgo is also a manifester. Literally the Hermit in reverse is like get out of hermit mode and, you know, move forward. Underside of it is Temperance in reverse, impatience. Okay, so you got to keep your balance between the earth and the emotion, right? You got a lot of fire brewing in you. Show me one more for the moon for Taurus, please, for this new moon in Gemini for Taurus. Got everything rolling here. Something's about to pop. And that one just stayed in my hand. Okay. So, releasing burdens. Again, that 10 of Wands. Letting go. Getting out. Moving and manifesting. All right. So, underside of that, 10 of Cups or 10 of Wands reversed is the Ace of Cups reversed. So, all the cups are upside down. I really don't think you're out looking for love. You are, this is definitely a self-worth. You've put in so much hard work, and, you know, you're finally being able to release it. Maybe you've been having too much alone time. You've gone through and you've processed the emotions. And you've realized that you don't need somebody else to fill your cup. Exactly. Taking a break and focusing on the material matters and focusing on your self-value is going to be very important during this time. You're only going to find that within. I don't see you seeking external validation. I do love that for you guys. Let me get some clarifiers out here. All right, tell me a little bit more about this story. I believe I've got it down, but I'm going to do a quick shuffle. That Chariot, 6 of Wands. I'm going to do some counting here. So I've got 6, 5, that's 11, that's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Wow. Or did I already count those two? That's 10. Well, let's see, 10. All right, there's 10. That's reverse, that's reverse. So that's 12. So 14 reversed. And then we've got 6. So what, 8? 8's the difference. The 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands reversed. Okay. 8 of Wands reversed. So that's not communicating about it. I didn't see any swords at all. So despair over courtship popped out. And there went courtship again. So let me look at the cups. So we've got 11 cups there. And the ace there is 12. That's 3. But just if I count that. Yeah. So, was it a third party situation? Sorry about that. It's stuck together. All right. So, tell me a little more about this situation here. So we got the courtship. What else for the Chariot? 4 of Wands reversed. Tell me a little more about that for Jupiter and Gemini for our Taurus message. Okay. Message came out reversed. Did somebody get papers? Serve papers? Give me just a second here, guys. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, there's the one more. No community. All right. Tell me more about these cups with the Sun, Venus, Cazimi. Those came out like too close to each other like that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Lovers popped out and Lovers in reverse. So, maybe a little too much expectation. Disappointed by the way things turned out. All right, one more. Okay. Well, it gave me 2. It talks about the main female, which is the divine feminine energy, unexpected income. You know, Taurus works hard. Maybe they were too busy working and maybe missed out on some cues that, but you are, I mean, and I don't see pentacles through here again. So I think you've got some money's coming in. Maybe that'll help seed some of this positive forward movement come that Cazimi that Venus and the Sun are going to be making in Gemini. All right, so going to move on to the moon real quick here. So show me a little more about the moon. And perhaps a new opportunity at a job. Skill set, like, so using your hands, creating, crafting. Okay. Underside of the energy was change, and that's in reverse. So, perhaps not. Taurus doesn't like change a whole lot, you know, and all this Gemini energy is going to bring up some things that are going to have to change. And maybe you know it. show me a little more about that Hermit and the Ten of Wands in reverse for Taurus, please. One more here. Thank you. Now it's telling me a story now. All right. We got Courthouse reversed. A privileged lady. And a child in reverse. Okay. And the underside of the deck was, again, that expectation, right? So we can really break our own hearts if we have too much expectation. I want to look at how those rolled out. Now, granted, I don't use these very often. It's actually been a couple years since I broke these out. But I was like, man, it looks a little fun. We'll go ahead and change it up since we're doing some Gemini stuff. All right. So first off, I want to look real quick about this. So it talks about the courtship, not getting the message, not being supported maybe by the community. Message number 7. Now this book, it's kind of cool because it like throws out like if it's alongside this card, then this. And I mean, I can use it as clarifiers for my tarot, but it's kind of neat to jump in and look at these. So, it's usually a pleasant message, generally good news, unless it's challenging cards. So, maybe I shouldn't even be reading these in reverse, who knows. Well, I don't know. It wasn't really with challenging cards. I think we're probably pretty good. All right. Inside. Messages, emails, texts, not talking. Okay, so it's just communication, and there was a breakdown of communication. I want to look here. So 4 is the courtship, and it's like you're just maybe somebody's dating somebody or gonna be dating somebody, but with it all being like that, you know, maybe you got something new going on, but you got to be open to new people entering your life. Try to meet new people, search for new opportunities, of course. It's an indicator for like all private and public meetings. So getting together socially, romantic, for business, attempting to seduce or talk somebody into something. The cards, let's see. Now, not within the community. So 39. Okay, so I would just say that, like, since I use reversals and this book doesn't really talk about them, I would say that the way that this comes through is, I mean, maybe Gemini, maybe this speaks to needing to find, you know, using that new form of Gemini communication, right? With all the story of what you've been through, where you're at now, maybe don't look for anything super serious. Especially with all these cups upside down. You got to get you right first. And looks like your focus is going to be distracted otherwise. But try looking outside your normal fixed community. Look around I mean, even, geez, there's communities online that you could branch out to, but it may not be somebody local, especially with that Chariot card there. You may have to search a bit. So looking at, I want to look at this stuff over here. So courthouse reversed A child did pop out with a privileged lady. The privileged lady in this particular deck, I'll throw her up here so you can see her. Privileged lady, number 12. Okay. Privileged lady, lavishly dressed. Taurus likes that. Card stands for fun, creativity, luxury, the good life, and all the beautiful things, obviously. She could also be the best friend of the main female, but that didn't pop out. Okay. Female counterpart to the wealthy man. Okay. But she could also be a mean girl if it's by the, other cards that identify that way. Headstrong, stubborn. She can be a young woman, a daughter, or a younger mistress. Maybe a time of being carefree with no worries, which that makes sense. Okay. All right. And let's see. Courthouse reversed, child reversed. Okay. I'm going to look at courthouse. What number is that? 23. Okay. Lawsuits, court proceedings, divorce, wills, contracts, taxes, disputes, all legal matters. The outcome could be good if near other enabling cards, which it was. If you're currently in a relationship still, it may just speak to things not necessarily going well. Okay. So, and it may also speak to documents needed. So, you had the Chariot up front, and with courthouse here, it also said that it could be like mundane matters, like renewing your driver's license, passport, maybe if you're going to be traveling. But I don't know. I mean, it's if there was a separate, I was feeling like a separation in a relationship, and there being a divine feminine and a child, and a divine feminine and a child, and a broken relationship, and not wanting to move, being timid about moving forward. And that's cool, Taurus. Slow your roll. Everybody else is going to be super busy. Let me read you a quick oracle card. Let's roll and see what we can get. Sorry, that was a long read. I know you guys don't mind all the input. If you're anything like me, all the input that you can get is definitely worth it. I'm probably going to have to stop here after I do Gemini. And record a little bit later on for moving forward with the signs. Let's go ahead and see what Oracle and Spirit have for Taurus. I'm just throwing out cards left and right. My bad. Okay. What's going on? What advice do we have for Taurus? Come on, is everybody going to get 2 cards today? I don't got that kind of time. All right. Joyful Muse on the underside of the deck. Vanishing Mirror. Ego Sublimation. Dang. Shattering that mirror. And Falling Angel. Spiritual Narcolepsy. Number 19. Okay. We got 58 first. Do you ever, so with a vanishing mirror, number 58, ego sublimation, letting go of self-centeredness, becoming a vessel of possibility. Do you ever wonder in your self-definition, if your self-definition has become too rigid, too fixed around what you've come to learn, so that you contract your life into zones of safe versus unsafe? It's kind of that. All right. This here is okay, but over there, well, that might be too risky. Judgment, fear, self-righteousness, and overconfidence are only some of the traits that keep you from evolving. We are all products of our conditioning, so remember that this is part of the human experience. You're not meant to remain static, seeking only what you expect. Even if it appears ambitious, it's still too narrow. You go nowhere when you hesitate to move out of your comfort zone. And we know Taurus can be fixed. Stubborn. All right. When you focus too much on yourself this way, you become a servant of the ego. It edges God out, removing the magic of possibility. Imagine looking into a mirror and seeing only what you are now. If you can let your self-definition soften a bit, moving beyond the veil to your potential, a magical emptiness exists where all things are possible. Look again. Who could you be? What would you see reflected if you allowed yourself to be other than how you define yourself now? Nothing less is required of you now. In this moment, let go of who you think you are and allow the new you to emerge. You will recognize yourself as what you are, a partner in co-creation, in service to the divine. Doesn't it feel good? Pretty cool. 19, and that is the Falling Angel. Falling unconscious, spiritual narcolepsy. You are being cautioned now to not fall asleep or go unconscious. You've been flying above the strife and the suffering of the world, an angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and comfort of your situation and losing track of your aspirations, your wings. As you fall, you pick up speed, heading towards the trees below and a possible nasty landing. Remember that all you need to do to stop being a fallen angel is to spread your wings and to halt your descent, and then find an updraft again. Do not be seduced by fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their interest in mind. As you soar once more in flight, receive the gift of the falling angel as an invitation to study the forest from above the trees. In other words, to analyze your situations from a higher perspective. Maybe that's why I heard perspective earlier. Okay, with your situation. Okay, so without being entangled in its thorny branches. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take now may backfire. Stay cautious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is ripe. All right. Well, my Taurus, thanks so much for stopping by and having a listen. Keep your head up. You know, I know change isn't comfortable, but it's necessary. You definitely need to lighten up a bit. Things have been hard. Get out. Enjoy yourself some, you know. I know that's, you know, this money's for this and this is for that and this is for that, and no pentacles came up in this reading, which tell me that that's likely something that you very much have control over. So yeah, maybe need to spend a little. You know, go out. If you got a kiddo and you guys need to go have some fun, you know, go do something, go take a vacation. Gemini likes to travel. Go to the local, I don't know what they all-star sports kind of thing. You know, maybe ride some golf carts, that chariot card. Maybe, you know, hit the batting cages, whatever it is that you're into. Just get out of that hermit mode, and I'm pretty sure that your heart's going to move along just fine. So, best wishes to you all, and you're going to have to let me know how everything's going for you. All right. Just going to go ahead and pause here for a second. Okay. Moving on to Gemini. Happy birthday to my Geminis. Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising. I'm going to go ahead and lay down your tarot spread here for the Gemini action that's happening. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using the Crow Tarot again. And let's see what messages we have for Gemini and how Gemini is coming into the reading. But as I'm shuffling, we'll go ahead and touch base. All this is happening directly for you. It is in your first house, the house of you. So let's start here. So Jupiter, benefic Jupiter in your first house, it's basically going to bring you even more confidence and optimism, which is beautiful. You're going to feel a lot more outgoing, ready to take on new personal projects. The sky's the limit for you right now, Gemini. I hope that you are standing firm in your manifesting, and Jupiter's going to be blessing you. Jupiter in the first house can cause you to overindulge, so keep that in mind. You know, your waistline can expand, so definitely make sure that you're burning off that excess energy by getting out in nature, okay, a bit. Challenges can actually arise when it comes to, you know, your work-personal life balance, right? Your personal growth is pivotal. And we'll go ahead and talk about the Sun-Venus Cazimi that's happening for you. So this Venus star point is going to close out that cycle and kind of complete the personal development phase that you started back in 2020. So look back to then. Look at how much you have grown as a person, you know, with your charisma is going to be lit up with this Venus star point happening in your first house. It's going to give you some sex appeal, that's for sure. With the trine to Pluto and sextile with Neptune, expect some transformative change in your self-image. You actually are probably going to get a lot more downloads. Psychic downloads will come through. So don't just dismiss those. Keep notes if you have to. It's definitely an exciting time for you with plenty of potential. Now, when it comes to your Gemini new moon, being in your first house, it's a powerful time to reinvent yourself, okay? You've gone through a bunch of changes, and Gemini definitely likes change and to surprise people. So set intentions how you want to present yourself to the world. And, you know, with Gemini, it could be your online world. Who knows? But it is definitely your personal world and in the real world. But set your intentions around the personal goals that you wish to achieve for you. Show me how Gemini is coming into this card reading, please. For June of 2024, show me Gemini, please. How's my Geminis feeling? Cards are trying to get quiet on me. You're probably feeling really busy, and I'm sure that you're in your element right now. So watch out for communication. I just heard that as I was shuffling. The Fool, new endeavors, a new beginning, a new journey, taking risks. Love it. All right. One more already. Okay. Looks like you're just coming out of a Tower moment. All the dust has settled, and you're ready to take on those new adventures. All right. I love that. Show me Jupiter and what Jupiter and Gemini is going to yield for my Geminis, please. Okay. So, the Four of Swords came out in reverse. Okay, so after you've gone through some pain, right? Things haven't been so easy. You've rested on it. You've looked at it. You know, you've looked at your parts of it. And I think that Jupiter is going to help enhance that. Your self-value is pretty ripe right now. You've got a lot to offer. And I think you're getting out into the world to show that. Show me what else for Jupiter in Gemini's first house, please, for June going forward in 2024. The Two of Wands. All right. So the Two of Wands, taking that knowledge and finding your next journey, your next passion, your next project. All right. What else? Give me one more for that. I don't even need that, but I got two. All right. The Magician in reverse and the Seven of Wands reversed. Okay. So I do not like these cards coming together the way that they did. Maybe somebody, to me, it's almost like stealing somebody's ideas. Okay. Somebody took, you know, maybe manipulative energy. Be truthful. Be original. Don't copycat. You're bright. You're an air sign. You're analytical. Don't let other people steal from you or steal your ideas. If you've got a golden idea, get it down. Don't get it patented, get your copyright on it, whatever. Don't fool around with that. Don't let somebody take that from you. Let's go on to the Sun and Venus. Sun and Venus, Cazimi. What do we have for Gemini in regards to the Venusian matters shining brightly on Gemini? Sorry, that's too much. I'll take the 2 that came face down. All right, so the Knight of Swords in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. Okay. Underside is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So the Knight of Swords and the High Priestess. Knight of Swords wants to tell everybody everything. And go for it, right? With fast. Swords are fast. Quick. They're quick-witted. Smart. And that coming out reverse like that. It can be quick-tongued speaking. You know, saying too much before you have all the facts. The High Priestess also came out in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse talks too much. So that's going to be a big lesson for you guys if it's being a star point. Either watch out for people that may be lying to you, trying to steal from you, or with this and then the Magician in reverse on the last one next to the Thief card. Watch out for people. I think you may have some thieves, so just watch your communities, who you're spreading your business to. That's some very facetious energy right there. So just, you know, you guys can be vulnerable to stuff. The Ten of Pentacles came out as the underside of the energy for that. So somebody, you know, if you're dating, newly dating especially, watch I Heard Catfish, as I just did that. If you're online dating, watch out for catfish trying to steal your Ten of Pentacles, making you think that it's love. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and show me one more for that, please. Then we'll move on to the moon. I'm sitting here with goosebumps, and yeah. So messages coming through Queen of Wands. Okay, so that is further validation that maybe that there's a snake in your snake in the grass. Okay, so sorry, I'm not trying to damper your Venus Cazimi. Just keep your eyes out for ill-intentioned people. Okay. You may be standing in your integrity, but it's possible that the other party is not. Let's go ahead and move on to the moon, the new moon in Gemini. What can Gemini look forward to? What are they manifesting? And I am just getting a mess. I'm sorry about that, but I did have those two stay. All right, so we have the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay. That could be too much partying. That could be not having support of your group, you know, like maybe they don't like something. It can speak to third parties if we're talking about a love relationship. And then the Sun came out, happiness. You know, maybe Geminis do like to be around a lot of people, and they think their emotions since they're an air sign. And the Seven of Cups is kind of an identifier for that. So, you know what? Keep shining your light. Just be careful of all this delusional, you know, I want this, that, that, and that, and then that, and that, and that, and that, you know, or having anybody looking at you like that. You are not property for somebody else. Your emotions shouldn't be free game for everybody to have access to. So just be careful who you let in your circle, Gemini. I will go ahead and pull out some of my fortune cards for you, just to get a little more clarification on this for you. Any more messages? Show me a little more about Gemini and how they're coming into this. Okay. I got the Journey card. Number 10. Marriage popped for whatever reason. Okay. And so I just thought of Gemini being duality in this. Like when I got it immediately, I thought to myself, the journey that you've, been on, the possibilities of where you're going. And the duality of Gemini, right? Gemini is the one zodiac sign that is constantly have a life partner with them, and that's yourself, the twins. So that's pretty freaking cool. Let's look at this here, the situation with Jupiter, because he's going to be there a year in your sign. So tell me about this here. So we got the Four of Swords reversed, the Two of Wands, the Magician reversed, and the Seven of Swords. So I did get gift. Okay, and then I just heard catfish again. Be careful of what seems to be too good to be true. Coming out of rest. The Thief card with imprisonment reversed. Okay. That popped fast. Main female. Okay, so somebody with a divine feminine energy, and that's you. You would be the main character, whether it's male or female. Maybe somebody's going to tug at your heartstrings a bit and promise you something. Okay. Just be careful not to jump to something that seems too good to be true. Tell me a little more about this Sun Venus, please. Immediately, I got house reversed. Okay. So house. A mansion, isn't it? Okay. And then the underside of that was courthouse. Interesting enough. Okay. Show me one more. Okay, courthouse came out again. Okay, so I think maybe somebody, and I hope it's not you, Gemini, don't go getting yourself in trouble. And I just heard I just heard, seen, whatever. I felt the energy of somebody just getting out of jail, or the pen, and they're on to the next, If it's you, when I say on to the next, I mean on to the next to take from. But if it's you that's dealing with these matters, give me one more for that before I run my mouth anymore. I know what I want to say, but I just like a little more clarification on that. It's like I'm hearing this inner dialogue of somebody pleading their case on why, they're like telling you a sob story, and they're skilled at it. They've been doing it for a long time. Sorry, just a second. That wanted to pop. That community card is just all over the place with Gemini. It's been in all 3 reads so far. Occupation and child. Okay. Community, occupation, child, and great fortune in reverse underneath it. Okay. I really just, that's exactly what I heard as a sob story. I am in work release and I have all these fines and I'm in a halfway house now and I've got a kid and nobody supports me and I hear a sob story. So Gemini, don't fall for sob stories, please. You know, it's people make their choices and karma is karma. Okay, so I'm going to move forward to the moon and see about that Three of Cups reversed. That card's popping under the table. Adjudication. Okay. Show me that adjudication. And thoughts. Okay. All right. So, well then, somehow, there we go. I want to look at this real quick here. Gift and main female. I don't know that I really even need to. But sometimes it has neat little add-ins that I may have missed. Okay, so it is what it is. I mean, it looks like aid. Somebody's going to soften the blow. You're going to have something come in at the right time. Interesting timing. Kind of like a birthday, which it is Gemini season. So, you know, maybe you're going to be getting a gift that makes maybe other people a little envious of you. You do deserve it. Don't think that any past past doings of yours means that you don't deserve anything good. Take it. It's a powerful card. Okay, let's see. To be open from support of others, but be receptive to small positive gestures or proposals, a new job offer, promotion, or helpfulness, gesture of love, or even a declaration of love or reconciliation. Embrace the opportunity. It's a very lucky card that can take the edge off all the nearby negative cards. Well, heck yeah. If somebody's throwing you down some money, yeah, all right. It serves as giving, the act of giving or receiving, the giving or receiving of a gift. The next one I want to look at was straight up house. I know it seems very simple, but with the other one, I don't know. So, okay. Abstractly, it represents, I mean, obviously it means like a house, right? But abstractly, it's safety, family, coziness, and security. It's the things that you hold and the things that hold you. From this arises an idea of long term investments of resources and energy, um, family, neighborhood, home, stability, security. It might be that you're going to just secure a safe job or get a job within real estate. Solid. It could also, relationship wise, be a solid, strong, steady relationship. It's a lucky card when near the signifier, which you're right there. That you are the signifier right there. Um, so, but then it literally says this is a lucky card when near the signifier. But in the center of the spread, the people who surround it can be dangerous. The time is approximately 6 months. So, Who do we have around it? We have the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the High Priestess, and the Magician, all in reverse. Okay? Okay? So remember what I said. Watch out for people trying to take from you. Okay? Please watch out for people trying to sell you a story or something that seems too good to be true. I know you're out looking at your options. You're feeling lucky. Just be careful. With the, let's look at the adjudication for 30. And somebody could plant something on you. I don't know why I just got that. So, be careful who you're hanging out with. I mean, if you're hanging out with people that are not on the up and up, and let's say you're driving or you're just hanging out with them, guilt can happen by association, so just be careful not to let other people influence your manifesting. So let's talk about the moon. Adjudications on there. Neutral to somewhat challenging card. You'll make a decision on your matter, but it could be in your favor, but it could also be against you. Literally, it stands for the minor government officials, bureaucrats, clerks, school boards, zoning boards, and other types of boards, or professional advisors, okay? The decision could be a fine or a late fee or some kind of fee, a permit issued or denied, the need to file or serve or be served documents, or it could be the finalization of a small family matter. He'll explain the process, yada, yada, yada. It could also be like a process server getting served papers, a therapist, arbitrator or mandatory negotiator, like mandatory arbitration. Someone you go to for resolution of disagreements of a problem. So it might be a judge, a lawyer, a doctor, or a counselor. All kind of public matters. So tax advisors. When this card appears, discussions or negotiations are necessary in personal relationships. It describes clarifying discussions or debates. So in professional terms, anybody in an advisory role is considered somebody that you may need to talk to. So if you are needing some counseling, definitely seek it, please. It's okay to ask for help. I know that for some of you that is hard to do. So furthermore, it can also indicate that all matters are public. Okay, so public record. While this card meaning suggests that the matter could be finally resolved, it doesn't indicate whether the outcome will necessarily be in your favor. And so I searched for other cards in that thing. Maybe you had just a little too much fun. Hopefully you weren't driving impaired. I keep getting that. But the sun's right by it, so everything's going to be all right. I know it's raging hard on your brain, but take accountability for that which you do, and that which you care for. Take care of yourself, nourish your body. Try not to overindulge too much with the Jupiter and Gemini energy, and you will be just fine, Gemini. Thank you for coming by and having a listen. I will draw one quick oracle for you, and then I must bid adieu for a bit as I have stuff to do. And see what we've got here for my Gemini. I know that was a lot of clarifiers. Ooh, I think we got a good one though. That one did not want to come out of my hand. I got the Watchers, transpersonal, with the Magician's sword underneath, confidence in your magic, as you should have, Gemini. I love that. Watchers, transpersonal. Okay. Now, I think I done gone and lost my book. It's one of my things that fell on the floor. Let me see. There it is. All right. 60. Watchers. Transpersonal. There you go. Oh, that's really cool. See the face in that figure? Serendipity, the observer, the witness, the transpersonal. Yeah, maybe you're going to witness something and have to go to court. When the watchers appear, it's an invitation to stop doing. Pause, get off the treadmill and take a deep breath. Find the witness within, the one who can observe the fire and fury happening around you, but not get caught in any of its drama. You guys do like your drama, so please watch out for that. The time is right to step back. If you have a thought or an opinion, keep it to yourself. If you have a feeling that needs to be expressed, do not do it in the shower. Do not engage with the action of what's happening around you. Simply observe. Watchers show up to direct your attention to the horizon and away from the anthill in front of you. Others might think that you are simply doing nothing, but let them know that you are helping the sun to set in the evening sky. There are bigger things that you need to attend to. You have spent such a long time trying to correct the course of events and actions of others. Let it be for a short while as you become the observer rather than the doer. The watcher invites you to break free from the linear, casual pace of the petty day-to-day, rise to the divine confidence, to serendipity, and to notice how the act of seeing with the heart of the matter produces results. Things happen without you doing anything. Creation unfolds in its own mysterious way, requiring only sacred witness. 37, I'll read that one for you. The underside of the energy. The Magician's Sword. Confidence in your magic. Nothing can stop you. The beauty you seek. When the Magician's Sword appears, you are called to cut the cords that bind you to old thought forms and beliefs, or to friends who are not true. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. With the power of the Magician's Sword, nothing can stop you, hurt you, or turn you away from the beauty that you seek or the goal that you desire with all of your heart. The sword is a tool, not a weapon, so make sure that you wield it wisely and for the greater good. Find the stuck places where you kept tethered to a toxic person, a particular location, or a faulty thought or belief, and let the blade do its magic. You have a large endowment of magic available to you when you believe in miracles. But don't look to the heavens to grant you a wish. Look within. Use the Magician's Sword to cut through the limiting beliefs, and remember that all beliefs are limiting, and focus your intentions in order to create what you wish. You have all the tools you need for the task at hand. You need only muster the wherewithal to deploy the resources you have. When the Magician's Sword appears, it's time to get moving. It's not a tool for contemplation or for gazing at the finely polished edge. It's an instrument calling for decisive action. And remember, the sword is alive with a wisdom you can summon to help you find the best course of action. Do not hesitate, act. So I think it's kind of funny that, you know, the message for these two, I mean, they coincided with what I was reading, but it's also speaks very much to Gemini duality, right? You can both be a watcher and the magician at the same time, okay? So heed that advice. I think you guys are going to be just fine. I'm going to go ahead and just divide this into probably just 3 different videos because it's been a long recording. So this will be just the Aries, Taurus, and Gemini readings for June. Thanks for stopping by. Again, please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Was I on point? Let me know. Talk to you later, guys. Keep shining your light.